You have dreams and goals you want to achieve, but you don't actually want to get up and do the work. It's not because you're not motivated or disciplined to do so, but it's more like you don't even give yourself the time and space to think on it or even envision it. This then leads to the same thing, drowning yourself in unnecessary things over and over and over again. You just created a habit, a bad one. A habit of always looking for new distractions and not actually looking within, the one thing that's actually important. Why is it so hard to do the opposite though? Why is it so hard to set or envision new goals? Three things. Your dopamine sensors are overstimulated. You have created a habit of drowning in unnecessary things. Even if it doesn't benefit you, it's become a habit. It's become automatic, so you just do it just because. And three, you have a fear of discomfort when looking within. Even I struggle with this. Even as I was writing this, I was on Twitter like half the time just reading reactions to the same old stuff. And it's become a habit. It's become a habit and I have to I have to change that. To break those habits and develop new ones, positive ones, you need discipline. In Atomic Habits, James Clear talks about a four-step loop about breaking bad habits and developing positive ones. To break bad habits, you have to do an inverse of the four-step loop. You have to make the cue invisible, the craving unattractive, the response difficult, and the reward unsatisfying. That's how you break a bad habit. Now let's give an example of that. I have a habit of grabbing my phone the first thing in the morning when I wake up because my phone is right next to me. It's very easy for me to just start scrolling on social media or just hit snooze and go back to sleep. The cue is that my phone is right next to me, so when I wake up, I can just grab it. Now to make the cue invisible, you have to put your phone somewhere where it's literally invisible or like hard to reach. So what I did, I started to put my phone on the table. So when I wake up and I have to grab my phone, I actually have to get out of bed and grab my phone. So me putting my phone on the table means I've added more friction, like more steps to me doing a bad habit. And that's how you can break that bad habit. You have to add more steps, more friction towards that habit. So now I actually have to get out of bed. I actually have to get out of bed and then I can have my phone, you know? But how can I make having the phone unattractive? How can I be like, damn, I'm having my phone first thing in the morning? This is not the ideal way to live. How can I make that unattractive? Now, how would you make using your phone first thing in the morning unattractive? Now, for me personally, I think using your phone or grabbing your phone first thing in the morning and start scrolling is like putting everything else above you as a priority. You are now not the first priority in your own life, and that should not be the case. So it's important to realize that you are your first priority. If you start thinking like that, it will make you realize that using your phone or grabbing your phone first thing in the morning without even like doing something for yourself, like actually for yourself, not just because you want to stimulate your dopamine sensors, it's not the way to go. It's not what your ideal self would do. You have to think like, what would my ideal self do? What would the best version of me do in this situation? Then you realize grabbing your phone isn't really the right thing to do at that time. And that's how I made the craving unattractive. And if it didn't work for you, you have to find out what could. But if it did, kudos. And so like, if you do respond to the cue, you still grab your phone even when you made it invisible. You can think of the craving being unattractive and like putting your phone back down. Now, what is the reward for using your phone first thing in the morning? Like, if you actually think about it, it's gonna be the same news and the same notifications, the same videos an hour later. So why not just use that 1 hour to prepare yourself for the day and then check your phone for updates? When you use that 1 hour to prepare yourself for the day, it prepares you. It makes you ready for whatever could happen that day. And it happened a lot where I did grab my phone first thing in the morning and I did start scrolling on social media and I just felt drained instantly. Like, I was already like a bit tired of people, what some stupid things they say on the internet. You know how things go, and it already drains you from your energy. So this is not a good start at all for your day. You're already drained, so don't do it. So now you know how to break bad habits, but now how can you build up positive ones? What could you do to optimize yourself for the day? So what do you do to like optimize yourself for the day? What do you think about? What do you actually do? So the first thing is to set an intention. Have a reason why you're waking up. Have a reason why you're gonna do what you're about to do. Like you don't have to write anything. You don't have to read anything, but you have to actually visualize what you want to achieve that day. What you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, and that you will actually achieve it. Mindset is very powerful. Mindset is basically the first step to success. So once you've put yourself in that position, like visually, like in your mind, you have put yourself in a position to like achieve success or like achieve that goal, you already set yourself up for success. And that's the first thing to do. Setting your intention, done. That's your first win of the day. Next is to drink a glass of water, preferably cold, to wake up your body from the inside and to kickstart your metabolism. If you have anything like sea salt, you can add it to the water to replenish yourself of minerals that you lost during your sleep, because you do lose minerals when you sleep. So when you wake up, you have a water bottle ready, you take a sip, you feel refreshed, and you're ready for the next action. Moving your body is essential. It resets your circadian rhythm, basically telling your body when to actually wake up. I take a 30 to 45 minute run through the neighborhood, and running is really good for you. Running is good. It strengthens your heart, it improves your mood, and it increases your stamina, allowing you to do more throughout the day. After running, I immediately get in the shower. Cold water only. I hated that in the past actually, but now I love it for the very reason I hated it. It wakes you up. You immediately feel energized and ready to take on the day. I normally don't do breakfast. Usually it's just a cup of coffee and then just coffee until lunch. Or if I would eat, it's just eggs or fruit. Now that you're optimized for the day and you set clear intentions, what's next? That's for you to decide, to be honest. You can go back to bed if you want. On a serious note, you have everything you need to dominate your day. You have created an environment for your mind to focus on your dreams or goals. Everything you have in your mind can be achieved. Everything you have in your mind can be created. You have to break that dream down in achievable goals within a specific time frame. You want a car, a house, a business, whatever. It's possible. Every day is a chance to move closer to that goal. Let's say you want to buy a new car and it costs like 20,000. So what you want to do is think about, okay, when do I want a car? I want that car in 3 years. In 3 years, that's 36 months. How much money do I have to put aside for that car to reach that 20,000 to buy that car? So that's 20,000 divided by 36 months. That's roughly $600 you have to put aside every month to be able to buy that car. So that 600 is achievable. It's something you could do. You know, you have to make it possible. You have to figure out what you're gonna do every day to reach that 600. If it's maybe like doing side hustles, doing your 9 to 5 and putting that money to the side, everything counts. Just putting that 600 aside every month is already a win. That's like what, $20 every day, right? So $20, it's even easier if you break it down like that. $20 every day for 3 years, and you have that car. Even if you don't reach that $600 a month, the fact that you already optimized yourself for the day, set clear intentions, created that positive mindset, if you do that every single day, it compounds, it accumulates. This will make you ultimately a better person, because you now have a positive mindset, and this will overflow into you reaching your goals. And that's the first step to success, putting yourself in a position to win, mentally and physically. It's not a given, it's earned. I feel like there's a difference between a burst of motivation and motivation of a clear intention or goal. You can get a burst of motivation on a random Thursday night, which makes you work only that night, for example, but you also have motivation for a clear goal or intention, which makes you realize it's not something that happens overnight, but it's something that you know you have to work on every day to be able to achieve it. It's achievable, but it takes time, and you respect that it takes time, and you know it's achievable, but it's not gonna happen like instantly. So you work every day to achieve it, and that's a different type of motivation. It's not always gonna be there. When it's not, you're gonna need the discipline to get yourself going. But I think that type of motivation, the motivation of having an intention, is much better than a burst of random inspiration or motivation. It's much better to see the progress of you, like making progress every single day on that one big goal that you will ultimately achieve. And it's just a good feeling. It's a great feeling. Remember, small consistent wins are better than a random big one. Keep getting wins early in the day, set clear intentions, and you will get to the motivation before the motivation comes to you. Thank you for watching. If you like this, share it, comment on it, let me know, and subscribe. See you in the next one.